So apparently, when you play first-person shooters, it destroys your brain. Who would have thought? So in this video, I want to talk about this recent discovery that some people made about first-person shooters pretty much destroying your brain or causing some form of brain damage. So now, this study was actually it was a study from the University of Montreal, and I just kind of want to read to you guys this article first, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. I got it right in front of me, and I'm going to also put it on the screen so you can just, if you want to read it by yourself and then skip to where I'm done, then you can do that. But here we go. A new study in Canada from the University of Montreal believes it may have found a link between first-person shooters and brain damage. The study was conducted on 100 participants who were asked to play 90 hours of first-person shooters such as Killzone, Call of Duty, and Borderlands. After playing these games, studies showed a noticeably smaller level of gray matter in the brain as compared to someone who doesn't play video games at all. Researchers claim that playing first-person shooters will activate the autopilot portion of the brain, allowing the hippocampus to diminish in size, which over time can lead to memory loss, depression, schizophrenia. These participants were asked to play 3D puzzle-solving games that require more challenging thought and spatial awareness, which resulted in an increase in brain matter, strengthening the hippocampus. Now, okay, look, check this out, right? I think this is just stupid. Because first off, if you sat me down somewhere and told me to play 9 hours of Killzone, Call of Duty, or Borderlands, I would probably end up getting brain damage. But in all seriousness, it's actually kind of funny because a part of me, I'm not completely against this article. I'm not, to be completely honest with you, but I'm not saying that. I agree in the sense that playing first-person shooters, it does put your brain into an autopilot mode. It does. After a while playing them for so long, I feel like it probably does, depending on who the person is. And I'm not saying that it destroys your brain, but I do think it does something to you. Because I know when I first started playing first-person, well, not when I first started playing first-person shooters, but for a long period of my life when I did play them a whole lot, it kind of... And I know this might be a little bit different, but for me personally, I felt that I could not find any real enjoyment out of single-player games because I felt that single-player games didn't offer that fast, intense speed that a multiplayer game such as Call of Duty can provide. And that kind of speed is what ticks on the autopilot part of your brain. And that part doesn't require any thought at all. You play first-person shooters like Destiny, Call of Duty, Borderlands, whatever. In a lot of cases, they don't really require you to think that much. All you do is move your thumbs and shoot stuff. It's really easy. It's really simple. It's a very basic concept. And I think that, I'm not saying it destroys your brain or causes brain damage, but I just really feel like it does something to your brain. And it makes you, I guess it makes you, it puts you in autopilot mode. It's what it does. At least that's what it did for me. I can't speak for everybody, but for me personally, it's what puts me in some kind of autopilot mode. I'll take for example, last night I was playing some Battlefield 1 with friends. We played for at least 4 or 5 hours, and it got to a point where I was more into the conversation than the game itself, and I went into autopilot mode with the game. Now, granted, that may be due to the fact that I was, having a conversation with people, and that's what threw me into autopilot, because I'd imagine if I was playing for those 4 hours by myself, I probably would not have went. I mean, it's really hard to say. I mean, it could go both ways, though. And I do think that it does something to people. I'm not saying it destroys your brain and it causes this and it causes that. But I feel like it does something, and I really cannot put my hand on it. But I mean, in all seriousness, though, I mean, if you play Call of Duty for 90 hours, I'd have some kind of brain damage for sure. That's without a doubt. I mean, that shit's, oh god, it's stressful. But that's besides the point. Call of Duty is not the, well, I guess it is kind of the point of the video. But yeah, playing those kinds of games, it definitely does something. And it really turned me off from single player games, because I felt that, again, they didn't they didn't require me to, single player games required me to think, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to play games, shoot stuff, and I just wanted to be in that zone. And I would say, for me personally, the most first-person shooters have done is that they have kind of, they put me, for a long time, they put me in a very narrow path. They put me in a very, very linear and narrow path. And I guess that is the autopilot thing, I guess, to an extent, of what this article is talking about. Now, all of this about, like, you know, memory loss, depression, schizophrenia, I mean, I don't think any of that's really true. I, for one, don't have any kind of memory loss. I mean, I forget things like a normal person, but I know how old I am. I know where I live. I know where I was born. I mean, I know that stuff, and I don't suffer from depression at all. So I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, I guess, I don't know. This is, to an extent, I feel that first-person shooters definitely do something to you, but I don't think brain damage, I don't think they cause brain damage. But again, I don't really know. I mean, he mentioned in the article that the hippocampus, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it diminishes over time. And for those of you who don't know, the hippocampus is pretty much like a part of your brain. It's something that you need for your brain for it to pretty much like function properly. Like, it's a I'm not sure of the exact technical term, because I'm not really into, I just don't know it all, but I do know that it's pretty much a part of like your emotions, your memory, your nervous system, things like that. So it's a very essential part of your brain that you need. And they say that after you play these games for so long that it affects it. But see, I just, a part of me doesn't want to, I just don't want to believe it, I guess, because at the same time you have I remember there was that article a long time ago. There was something about Grand Theft Auto promotes killing, and you play for so long that you'll end up, I don't know, it was something like that, and that was completely ridiculous. And this is coming from somebody who played GTA at the age of like 6, and I never once thought, hey, I want to go kill somebody. At no point did I ever think about that. And I played GTA, I played a lot of killing games as a child, and I'm actually really glad I didn't turn out to be any kind of serial killer. But I mean, I don't know. We should really talk about this in the comment section below, because it's a really interesting topic. For once, it's, normally when the media wants to talk about games, it's always to shit on them. But I feel like this wasn't their case. I feel like they're not intentionally attacking video games for their own personal reasons or whatever. I feel like this actually this is something worth talking about. Definitely, this is definitely something worth talking about, and I think we should go ahead and discuss this in the comment section below, because I like this kind of discussion stuff. This is actually really interesting, and anybody out there who knows about the brain, I might even have like a neurosurgeon who watches my videos. That would be fucking insane. But you never know. Hopefully we can discuss this in the comment section below. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, because it really helps the channel grow. And also, if you really did enjoy the video, please be sure to share it on your favorite social media platform, be it Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and I will catch you all in the next video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, have a great day.